3 dead, 3 wounded in shooting at Los Angeles warehouse party, posted 2 hours ago by the Associated Press. Los Angeles AP. 3 people were killed and 3 others were wounded in a shooting early Sunday at a warehouse party in Los Angeles, police said. The summer kickoff event at the warehouse in Boyle Heights was advertised on social media and featured a performance by the rapper Money Sign Suede, CBS Los Angeles reported. Los Angeles police responding to gunfire around 3:30 a.m. found 2 people dead inside. Officials told the news station a wounded man discovered on a sidewalk outside was taken to a hospital where he died. 3 others were wounded, but their conditions weren't known. Police didn't immediately release information about possible suspects or motives. 3 people's lives were lost, 3 people dead, 3 people who will never have a future over probably something very stupid, very dumb. And once again, not only did whoever decided to shoot make a bad choice, but we as Americans have failed each other by allowing the gun culture to exist. There's no reason for any citizen in a civilized modern society to walk around with guns in public, in their cars, loaded, unloaded, doesn't matter. This doesn't happen in any other country that we are supposed to be as developed, if not more developed than. I am filming this video in Istanbul, Turkey. These mass shootings do not happen at the frequency and rate and viciousness that they do in America. We need to abolish the Second Amendment. If you are a gun nut advocate, if you are a Second Amendment advocate, blood is on your hands because you love the rifle more than you will ever love any American. More than you love any American, because you see this headline and say, well, at least it's not me. Or I have my weapon. I would have killed everybody and I would have been fine. Or we need the Second Amendment to protect us from a tyrannical government. All these other platitudes and bullshit that you've been fed and indoctrinated with all your life. It's all bullshit, because this doesn't happen in countries that you would probably look your nose down on. In Turkey, I would never have to worry about this happening. The only fear would possibly be a terrorist attack. But in America, we have actual white supremacist terrorists running around. And we also have people who are using guns to solve their petty grievances. You know, I'm not saying that this attack was... Who knows why it was motivated, why it happened. Maybe they were drunk at a bar. Maybe some guy really just let off on a crowd. Doesn't matter. The culture has allowed this to happen, where we can have terrorist attacks like Buffalo, and we can also have just people being dumb and stupid and just letting it ring whenever they feel like it. The whole culture, whole society needs to change. Mind states need to change. If you're a gun owner, sell your guns. Get rid of your guns. Period. Okay? I also want to read this other article about LA very quickly. LAPD investigation finds no threat after social media scare of mass shooting downtown. This was published 3 days before the mass shooting that I just read about. This was written by Richard Winton, who's a staff writer for the Los Angeles Times. A threat of a mass shooting in downtown Los Angeles that was supposedly planned for Thursday and went viral on social media was determined not credible and no arrests have been made, authorities said. With the Summit of the Americas taking place in LA this week, federal and local law enforcement officials were already on a heightened alert with an incident command post established downtown. President Biden is in town to participate in the summit, which includes political leaders from throughout the Western Hemisphere. Note, at the Summit of the Americas, Venezuela and Cuba, and also I believe, want to say El Salvador, if not El Salvador, one of the other countries in Central America, are not allowed to be at the Summit of the Americas because President Biden said that the dictators of the Americas are not allowed or not welcomed at the Summit of the Americas. But what will the propagandists of the dictators in the regimes that we deem to be less than going to say about the rampant violence that exists in America, the place that's supposed to be the land of the free, home of the brave? Yes, there is rampant violence in some parts of South America, but we don't see the same level of domestic terrorism happening. Mass shootings, we are by far beat. Mass shootings do not happen like they do in the U.S., like they do in South America, and we create the systemic culture of violence in the southern parts of America because of Americans' habit for consuming marijuana, cocaine, and other drugs that are imported and created south of the U.S.-Mexico border. So we need to really stop. Please, I know a lot of the Second Amendment advocates and other people consider themselves Christian. You're a Christian, right? You're a conservative Christian. But would a Christian walk around with an AR-14, AR-15? Would a Christian have, collections of pistols and rifles and all sorts of shotguns and that sort of thing? And as an American, what message do we want to send to the world? What message do we want out there to the world? That we will let other Americans slaughter us, or that we will send our drones to go and slaughter your children and take over your governments and topple your regimes. We do that to other people. This is what makes us American, and we're great. We will topple your regime. We will send drones over your children. We will bomb your schools. That's what makes us great as Americans. Not that we let people walk around with rifles and shotguns. Okay? Anyway. And also pistols. Please get the pistols down. Put the pistols down. Put the pistols down. Put the guns down. That's the point of this video. Authorities began investigating Tuesday as reports of a mass shooting plan for Thursday began to spread across social media. According to law enforcement sources, the Los Angeles Police Department ultimately traced the rumors to a person with mental health issues. On June 7th, 2022, the Los Angeles Police Department was alerted to a possible mass shooting threat made to the downtown LA area. LAPD Captain Kelly Muniz said it was determined there was no credible threat made and no crime occurred. Muniz said no arrest had been made and a further statement will be forthcoming later Thursday. Several messages appeared on Twitter from people claiming they would be closing their businesses because of the threat. None of those messages came from verified sources. At least one protester was detained Wednesday evening outside Microsoft Theater at Biden's motorcade was arriving. KTTV TV news video showed a woman holding a megaphone walking into the street before she was intercepted by a Secret Service agent. The agent tackled the woman to the ground and struggled with her before LAPD officers helped restrain her and remove her from the scene. So I wanted to read this article because even though it might seem trivial, we are wasting our tax dollars making police investigate the possibility of a mass shooting when we could have a society that doesn't have mass shootings to begin with. We could be Canada. Thank you for watching.